I owe some of you a deep and true apology. It's hard to apologize, but I do. I've realized that in some of my weight loss and diet videos, I've made it sound so simple, and I've actually said the words. It's not easy, but it is simple. And I've come to realize by watching the struggles of some other people here on YouTube talk about their diet struggles, I've come to realize that we are all trying our very best, and that some people who have battled with their weight their whole lives, especially those who are obese, it is not that easy for them. And there are other factors going on besides, yes, calories in, calories out. It works if you put people in a metabolic ward, but none of us live in a metabolic ward. And so, therefore, it doesn't work because we have internal drivers. And I realize that these people who have struggled all their lives are dealing with so many different factors and influences that it's not just calories in, calories out. And so I am deeply sorry. One of the things I learned was that a lot of people struggle with not feeling full, not feeling satiated after a meal. And I'm starting to get that. I really am. I get that because with perimenopause, with stress, with life in general, as I get older, I have some days where I don't have a freaking off switch either. And I could just eat the entire contents of the fridge and of the house. And look, when I was younger as well, I had moments, days, months where I just ate and ate. I'm an emotional eater, and I know it's hard to believe when you just see somebody slimmer in front of the camera. But the truth is, I work really hard to stay slim. It's not easy for me. It's not my genetics. It doesn't come naturally. I work hard by making food choices. I exercise. As those of you who've watched my channel know, I exercise regularly. And I've just come to realize that whilst, yes, technically, it is calories in, calories out. If all I could do was just eat what somebody had prepackaged for me, great. But we live in a real world, and we have hormones, and we have sleep issues, and we have thyroid issues, and we have stressors, and we have whatever going on in our lives. And so we don't live in a metabolic ward where somebody has prepackaged and prepared our food and is just delivering it to us, and that is the only choices that we have. And so I've just realized that, and also none of us can live on a very strict diet for too long. I know that because I don't do it myself. And so, yes, strict diets, calorie restriction, weighing and measuring your food, these things do work. And so what I've said, all the information I've said is true, and it does work. But it's very hard to make it work, and it doesn't take into account the influences and the factors that we are battling to control, the outside influences. It doesn't take into account the fact that some of us can eat and eat and eat and never, ever, ever feel full. And that is, I don't even know how to describe it. That is so difficult. And I'm starting to understand that. And when I went through I am still going through perimenopause, but I'm on HRT now. But when I was going through the struggles of perimenopause without adding back hormones, there were days where I felt like I could just eat sugar, carbs, chocolate all day long, and I never, ever, ever had that feeling of enough. It was just like never enough. And so I'm surprised that I didn't actually touch on that in my weight loss videos. And so I have to say, I'm human. I'm sorry. Part of it was that I wanted to just present the information in a neatly packaged way. Truthfully, I'm also just experimenting with different video formats and styles and trying to get people to subscribe. And I've realized that I actually need to stop pretending for the camera and presenting a false version of me. and I need to just be real and honest. And the real honest me knows that it's hard, and I know that it's a struggle because I struggle as well. And whilst I think I'm lucky enough that my figure, I still maintain it, it is a struggle for me. If I look back when I was 18, 19, actually from 16 onwards, I gained weight really easily. And I was never a skinny girl at school, in high school. And when I left school and I took a gap 3 months to England, I gained weight. And so I know the struggles, and I know that food is very loaded in our society. We reward ourselves with food. I do. I comfort myself with food. When I'm stressed, my stomach feels empty and I want to eat more. And so I do understand that there are these other drivers in our brains that make it so much more than just the calories in, calories out. And yes, hormones play a role. Of course they do. They play a role as to where we store the body fat. You can all see that on people. We all store it differently. And so the whole food, weight loss, calories in, calories out debate is so nuanced. And what I want to say is that we must each find the way that works best for us, whatever that is. And I play around with it still to this day, every day. And weight loss, maintaining my figure is something I think about a lot, which is why I was making those videos. I was trying to help you. I was hoping to shed some light, hoping to just simplify it, I think, because I also do think we overcomplicate it and then we just give up. We go, oh, well, I'll never get there. It's too hard. It's my hormones. I'll never, ever be able to. And I really don't want you to give up hope if you need the hope, because I do believe that weight loss is possible for many of us. And the beauty is that nowadays there are more scientific things and there are tools and there is stuff like Ozempic and Wegovy. And I don't know enough about them, but I kind of dismissed them in some of my previous videos. And now I'm thinking there are people who will genuinely benefit. I don't know enough about it. I'm not an expert, but I do realize that the power of something like Ozempic or Wegovy or Manjaro that can just make you feel satiated and turn that switch in your brain to whatever it turns to, where it says, you know what, I'm not even interested in food. Enough. I've had enough. What a powerful tool that could be for people. So weight loss is, again, like aging, anti-aging. It's a loaded topic. And it's something that females, more so than males, but males as well, but females, we really struggle with weight loss. And as we get older, it really does become harder. I've heard every single woman say that. I've said it. And then here I'm preaching like, well, it's not easy, but it's so simple, which actually sounds like I'm saying, duh, it's easy, just do it. Just do it. It's not. And that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that there is hope at any age. We'll never be firm like when we were 20, but if we keep trying, we will find the path that works for us, however that path looks. Whatever it is for you, whether it's 1 meal a day, whether it's using Ozempic, whether it's hormones, whether it's hormone replacement therapy, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's a combination of all of the above, whether it's keto, whether it's vegan, whether it's carnivore, I don't know, whatever it is that works for you, whether it's simply restricting this, that, or the other, or whatever, you will find your way. And the last piece on the weight loss topic for today, and share your thoughts, please. I would love to hear what you have to say. But the last piece is that it really is not that important. It's important to you, yes, how you want to feel, but it's not that important in the grand scheme of things. Who cares whether you have an extra 5 kgs, 10 kgs, or 20 kgs, or 100 on your body? I mean, yes, there are health implications if you have 100 kgs extra for your frame. We all know that. But even so, who am I to judge you and tell you what to do? If you have the extra 100 kgs and that is how you are and who you are, it still doesn't say anything about who you are as a person. And that's where the conversation becomes so like it sounds so judgmental when I talk about weight loss, because it sounds like I have all the perfect answers, and I don't. I really don't. And I really don't give a fuck what you weigh. I would far rather talk about who you are, what interests you, and the beauty that you bring regardless of your weight. I mean, I look at the Renaissance paintings, and those women were curvy as fuck, voluptuous, beautiful, cellulite, and they were just lounging there in all their glory and their rolls, and it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. You look at the Greek statues. I mean, I lived in Athens and I saw them, and those women, whilst they are not huge, they are curvy AF, and it's beautiful. But if you had to see that woman, you might think today, well, she could lose a few kgs. But you see, also body ideals change over time, and they change with the times, and they change based on the Kardashians as well, because they were all thick back then with their big booties and their big hips, and now they're also seemingly on the Wegovy Ozempic gravy train, and they're all skinny now. Now they are projecting a different ideal, and now everyone wants to be skinny again. So body ideals also, it's like fashion trends. And now that I'm older and I'm getting to see that these trends come and go, I'm starting to realize that we have to look within ourselves. We have to work with what Mother Nature gave us. We have to say that our body is our body, and it's unique and special, and what might suit your body and your body type may not suit somebody else's. And so don't shame yourself if you have what you think is extra weight, but maybe that's good for your body as well. Oh, it's such a nuanced discussion. I could talk about this for ages as well. So please share your thoughts. Tell me if you think I've left out anything on this topic. Tell me what's working for you. Tell me what body shape you find attractive and beautiful. Tell it all. Tell me as you age what weight struggles you've had or not had. I want to know it all, and I want to know more about you guys. You guys are getting to know me. I'm spilling my guts here on YouTube, but I want to know about you and hear your stories and connect with you. I really want that connection. And I think we could build a tribe between me and all the other 40 plus YouTubers. Could you imagine if we all connected and created this wonderful tribe of women over 40 who were just singing their song, roaring to the world, saying, we are not done, we are here, and we are beautiful at any weight, at any size, with all the gray hairs and all the wrinkles. Mwah, how wonderful. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.